I was born in Jerusalem, but I was born in a refugee kind of situation because my family comes from a village called Beit Nabala, which is right now within Israel. So we can't go back to our home village anymore. There's a school that's still left, a few houses, but pretty much the village is completely gone. I do. My sister and my mother's side of the family, they're all there in West Bank in a village called Beit Rima. I am, like on a daily basis, because the situation is so unstable. You don't know what could happen. I remember in January, I was checking my feed around 4 p.m. on Twitter, and I saw a picture of my cousins. They are twins, 21 and 20 years old, studying mechanical engineering, and I looked at them and I thought, hold on, what's going on here? And they were in the news. And I started calling my family and nobody was answering my call. And then I realized that they have been killed by Israeli forces in an invasion to the village. So I have to stay in touch to see what's going to happen today. Not well. It's been really hard to process what's happening on different levels. For me personally, because I'm Palestinian, I have the moral obligation to do something, and I can't. For my people around me, because I can see them struggling, how can I help them? I don't know. The isolation from society, because they don't really understand what's going on. They don't feel how we feel. The challenge of having small talks at work, still showing up to work while this is happening in the background. And even people who are not seeing the truth from my colleagues at work, because they see the version that they see in the news, which is predominantly the Israeli story. So on all levels, it hasn't been okay for the past few months. I didn't get to a magic recipe. I'm still trying to find the best coping mechanism, and it's hard. Sometimes I try to disconnect. Sometimes I want to learn more to kind of soothe myself that it's going to be fine. But I always come to the reality that this is our struggle. It has been for 75 years. My people have been resilient. My grandfather raised my father in a way that made sure that we get proper education that allows us to succeed in life and continue our struggle, because it's going to be a long, long fight. So I think just keeping that in mind, that we have to stay strong, we have to stay resilient in order for us to get our justice one day. It has, on different levels. I'm questioning everything that I'm hearing. I'm questioning what politicians really want, questioning how human rights are applied in the world, how selective it is. I'm questioning, do I still want to be in a country that doesn't see me as a person, as a Palestinian, doesn't see my people as people? That line of questions will linger on, I'm pretty sure, until I make a decision. Yes, I do. The Australian government over the years realized that they've made a mistake, and they made an apology to Aboriginal people, which we know wasn't enough. But they recognized that the injustice that happened, you cannot just brush it over. And the injustice that's happening now, we understand that because of our alliance to America, you have to stick to it, which we can clearly see from Anthony Albanese being pro-Palestinian at one point in his career, and now because he's in power and he's being told what to do, changed completely his position. But we're not going to be on the good side of history. We have to reconsider our position. Yes, we might suffer from the strong Jewish lobby and the Zionist lobby, but at the end, we can't just stand by and let a genocide happen. We have to be on the right side of history. I very much want them to stop listening to the traditional news outlets, try to educate themselves a little bit more. If they haven't met a Palestinian, maybe reach out, listen to my story, people like me. Why are we here? Why are we rallying? And maybe that will open up their heart and they will put some pressure on their politicians to make a change and make an impact, because everyone's voice matters. It doesn't look dark for me. We are going through dark days. We are going to go through dark years. But I'm seeing a shift in people's understanding around the world. They're seeing true Israelism. They're seeing the true Zionism, what it has been doing to us. And I do see a future for Palestinians. I see a future for the Palestinian state. It might be 50 years, it might be more, but I'm confident that my kids or my grandkids will live long enough to see it. I am so proud of my people's resilience. I am so proud how, despite everything that's happening, they showed the world how you can be in such a tough situation and still say, Alhamdulillah, and still say, I'm giving my kids, I'm giving my family, my house away in the hope that we will get our justice one day, in the hope that we will get our rights one day.